And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Okay, so a video to follow up and a bit more of an update with regards to the James Tavernier situation. Of course, last night we broke the news via Fabrizio Romano that of course Trabzonspor had submitted a offer for James Tavernier, but by the time we went live at that time, we didn't really have too much information. We didn't know if it was going to be a sufficient fee. We didn't know if Tavernier even wanted to go. We didn't know anything. We didn't even know Rangers were going to be entertaining the offer. We didn't really know too much. It was pretty bland of the information that we got, but as the night has progressed, we have got a little bit more information, not from Fabrizio Romano, but from very, very reputable Turkish sources, yeah, that's what we're probably going to be discussing in today's video. I'm also going to give you my opinion on James Tavernier. And to be fair, I've looked at some of the social media reaction with regards to this Tavernier situation. And I just want to put some things to bed, some myths to bed and all that kind of stuff. Because Tavernier, over the last 9 years, has been my favourite player at Rangers. But as I always keep on stating towards the back end of last season, time waits for no man. And if there is an offer of sufficient amount, as he's turning 33, it is within our interest to accept that offer. So the latest that we've got with regards to Tavernier is as follows. So basically, again, Fabrizio Romano, it was very, very black and white with what he said. He just said that they had sent a proposal to him. However, following that, probably the most reputable Turkish source, and I would say that most of the things with regards to Turkish football that we have been involved with, whether that be Rıdvan Yılmaz, whether that been John Lundstrom and Borna Barisic, this was the guy that reported that Lundstrom and Borna Barisic had agreed a fee, despite Clement saying that they didn't, right all the way back in April to join Trabzonspor. He came out last night basically stating that Tavernier himself has agreed to join the Turkish club on a 2-year contract with an option for a further year. However, what he did say didn't allow us to know what the valuation or what the actual fee that they're going to be paying Rangers for. All he stated is that the clubs are still currently €1 million apart in their valuations for Tavernier and remain in negotiations. But what I would say with regards to that, I don't know what the fee is, but the fact that we're 1 million apart, I don't think Rangers would be that stupid to sell him below 5 million euros. So I think maybe that they've submitted 4 million euros. I'm just taking a guess, and Rangers want 5 million euros for the player. That's what I would probably go for. And looking at their previous transfer, record that they paid. This is a Turkish side. It's not like Gala. It's not like Beşiktaş. It's not like Fenerbahçe that have a lot more money. I think their record signing was about 6.9 million euros. So it's not that much. They were also in negotiations with Nat Phillips and looking to try and get him. Liverpool stood firm on 8 million euros, and I think they submitted 4 million euros. If Liverpool are trying to get 8 million euros for Nat Phillips, then Tavernier is definitely at least worth that. More than that. He's definitely worth more than that, but we should be getting at least 5 million euros if they submitted a 4 million euro offer for Nat Phillips. So we're apparently 1 million euros apart regarding the sort of valuation, so I trust the club to be getting a sufficient fee, and apparently there might be a little bit of an add-on package as well. Again, I'm not too clear. I'm just hearing little rumours from medium-based sources. I don't know too much. We'll have to wait and see. However, we are apparently 1 million euros apart in valuation at this moment in time, but personal terms and all that sort of stuff has been agreed on Tavernier's side, and he is willing to make the move to Turkey to join Borna Barisic and John Lundstrom. Really are getting the band together, Trabzonspor. I'm not really too sure where they're going with this one, but interesting, I suppose, if that one goes through. But again, look, for those people here, as I said, I've been doing this channel now for over 3 years, and I've always stood by James Tavernier. He's my favourite player and probably always will be. Some thought I always have very fond memories of him. But again, as stated, time waits for no man. And if you're looking to be, well, we've been held with the bag a lot in our career, a lot recently, whether that be Kent, Morelos, all of these kind of players. I did see a drop off in Tavernier at the back end of last season, and if we can get €5 million for a player that came in for £250,000, a player that's going to turn 33 in October, a player that is coming to the sort of end of his Rangers career in the output, it is a really, really good deal for us. Now, in the short term, people may ask and say, well, where do Rangers go? Where are Rangers going to be getting the goals and assists? Guys, no team in the world relies on their right back to score them goals and gets assists. I feel that when Tavernier does finish up, we'll of course have a different penalty taker, so half of those goals will be, taken care of potentially if we have a sufficient or a good, reliable penalty taker. And also we're going to have someone who's going to be taking free kicks and set pieces. So the goals and assists can be coming from other areas. And to be fair, as an inverted fullback, we could probably train somebody else up to do that job. And it also puts some more reliance on other players in the park, and also with the money we invest, we could potentially maybe get a winger that can be bringing those goals and assists. Remember, we've not had a winger that brings goals and assists ever, I don't think, in terms of the sort of modern history, if you like, since the Steven Gerrard era onwards. Maybe we haven't replaced Daniel Quindeas, but we've never really had a winger that provides goals and assists. So maybe with that money we can invest into that area. So again, look, short term, I do believe it could potentially help us. Short term, it could hurt us while we're sort of rebuilding, but long term, certainly, we can't. This guy's going to finish at some point. He's 33, and if we're getting a whiff of money, then we absolutely have to take it and move on, and hopefully reinvest that money into 2 potential targets this summer transfer window that are going to help us and potentially have a ceiling going forward. So that's where we are. I do think there's been a lot of disrespect on James Tavernier as well. I just want to clear things up before I finish up this video. People calling him a loser, and all of these kind of things, a poor player, a poor captain. And these are Rangers fans, by the way. And some of the times I can't look into social media because probably children with a picture. I don't know who some of these people are, obviously, but looking at some responses, absolute disrespect. And to be fair, I don't think they know too much about football if they call James Tavernier a loser. He's a right back. He's not a player that could go on and win teams. He has won us games. He's won us cup finals. He's dragged us to trophies and to good finishes and bailed us out time and time again. So to call the guy a loser is completely disrespectful. And you don't know anything about football if that's the case. Some people can question his qualities as a captain, but I think captains, the modern day captains, do lead from example. And to be fair, if you look at the greats over the years, whether your favourite Rangers player, who they were going to be, whether that been Barry Ferguson, some people love. If you put Barry Ferguson into this team that Tavernier's been in over the last 9 years, I struggle to think that Barry Ferguson would have won all of those trophies and contributed to the team as much as James Tavernier has. You can even go far as to Brian Laudrup. You can even go far back to Ali McCoy's. Even go, maybe Gaz is a different one, but some of these players that we've had greats over the last in our history, if you put them in this team over the last 9 years that Tavernier's been at, I really do fail to realise that they would have made even more of an impact than James Tavernier. He's a winner. I think he's a fantastic player. He's been a fantastic captain. And always, you've got to look at things in context in life, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people might be my age. Some people might be a bit older than me. But I know Rangers, you know Rangers as the team that win trophies. I was lucky enough to see Rangers, compete for titles, do 3 in a row and all that sort of stuff throughout the noughties. And again, I've always had that expectation with Rangers, but you've always got to look at things in context, whether it become to a trophy haul and all that sort of stuff. Tavernier joined us in the championship. He won the championship with us, and after that, it was, 2 years of an absolute circus at the club. Mark Warburton, that first Premier League season. Then there was Pedro Canicha. He's been through all the turbulence and all through the shit. Then, of course, the rebuild job with Steven Gerrard, getting us back into the Europa League group stages, getting us to win our first league title, stopping 10 in a row. It was crucial. And every single season I've seen Tavernier been very, very crucial to what we were doing. He won the Scottish Cup, massive goals in the run to Seville. again, winning us the League Cup last season. Again, for people to say that he's a loser and poor, they just don't know football. And James Tavernier is a modern day great, and he rightfully is in the Hall of Fame. And everything always got to be looked at with context. And you've always got to look at Tavernier's time with context. And he's an absolute fantastic player, my favourite player. And yeah, I'm going to be sad to see him go. But as always, you got to look forward. He's 33 in October. We're going to get money for him. It's time to move on. Time waits for no man. And as said, I think, that you could see the drop-off at the end of last season defensively, as well as defensive attributes have always been brought into question. But I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I didn't think I'd be ready for it, but I'm ready for the transition, and I want to wish James Tavernier all of the best if this deal does indeed go through. But at this moment in time, it looks like it is. But Rangers fans, that's all I've got for you. Do let me know your thoughts on Captain Tav down there in the comment section below. And yeah, who do you think will replace him with down there in the comment section below? Thank you guys. I'll see you next time. Take care. Peace.